Greetings everyone, my name is Ved and today we are going to be discussing that what is a model United Nations Conference. In order to understand what basically a model United Nations Conference is, we can divide it into two wordings. We can see one is model and the other one is United Nations. Firstly, the word model means a simulation, and United Nations was an organization which was developed in 1945 after the World War II to prevent conflicts and to promote international cooperation between countries. Like for instance, it promotes international cooperation between Malaysia and Japan. For instance, that. What actually you need to do in a model organization conference is that you take place as a delegate of a country or an international organization, and the aim of the committee which you are sitting in is to provide solutions for a specific topic which you have been appointed for a week prior to the conference, and you're going to be discussing that what is a possible solution to that conference. And apart from the United Nations promoting international peace and preventing conflicts, United Nations also provides different forums for countries to work together to form solutions and formulate resolutions. And those forums include the United Nations General Assembly, the United Nations Security Council, the International Court of Justice. We can see Abhinandan's case being brought up into the International Court of Justice because it was not solved bilaterally between India and Pakistan. That and all those other institutions like ECOSOC, which also come under is the main ambit of UNICEF, UNESCO, and all those little organizations. So basically, in a modern United Nations conference, you can divide the modern United Nations conference into three main parts. If you're researching for a conference, firstly you go up with diplomacy. The second most important thing is documentation. And the third important thing is debate. Documentation, we will be discussing documentation further on, but for a brief introduction, documentation includes your position papers, your draft resolutions, your working papers, and in case of a crisis committee, which is a specialized committee, you have directives. And if some conferences also in Pakistan have Pakistan National Assembly, and for that we have a bill, right? And when we talk about diplomacy is rather based on you and how you perform, how you communicate, and that's all about your international relation and it basically includes your unmods, your prior conference talks with others, GSL time yields. Your lobbying skills are very important in this part of diplomacy. And as far as debate is concerned, debate can be in a modern organization conference. Debate can be divided into two main parts. One is the GSL, and the other one are the moderated caucuses. A moderated caucus is basically the subtopic of a main topic. Like for instance, we have a topic: impacts of climate change on refugees. So a moderated caucus could be made that what kind of impacts are on refugees, what are the possible solutions, and the most important thing, which is the heart of not only modern United Nations but United Nations, is a draft resolution. And most of you would be thinking about it, what a draft resolution originally is. It is a set of rules and guidelines which is established by countries and which is established by countries, and you can also become a part in a modern United Nations to form a draft resolution within 3 to 5 days, and it depends on the time of the conference. However, in United Nations it can go up to 1 month. Like for instance, we can see the climate change agreement, the Paris Accord, the CEDAW, which is the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, DWAD, Declaration on the Elimination of Violence Against Women, and all those kinds of resolutions are made in United Nations. And other than that, what I have learned from modern United Nations is that modern United Nations is a place where you cooperate with others, and it's not always about competition. And it's basically about, in simple words, from my past experience, it's about that how you cooperate with others, how you work with others to remove your differences with other people and join together, form and become and be on the same page. And as far as soft skills are concerned, in modern United Nation conferences, you can, what are the possible benefits? Firstly, you can learn. Learning is a very important thing, I believe, and you are very well able to know that how you can research a particular document, like a particular topic, like for instance climate change. Wait, just let me write it over here. Climate change. And for instance, you have climate change. You don't know anything about climate change, and if you would research it up in small parts, you would be able to know the legal resolutions, the legal standards, and all those areas of concern with research, which can not only help in modern graduations, but later in your university life, in your, what we call it as thesis, and all those important documents. The other thing is communication. Remember one thing: if there's an international conference, you would be able to communicate with others, and it would be very easy for you to communicate with others, just like as I am communicating with you. However, I am in a video and you are all watching me. Thirdly, we also need to see that it promotes critical thinking and creativity. And now you would be thinking that how does it promote critical thinking and creativity? Well, that comes under the solutions, because in a modern United Nation, a modern United Nation is never about discussing problems. However, it is also about discussing solutions to a particular problem, and that is the main area of concern why draft resolutions are made. Like for instance, you have climate change. The reason why I'm referring to climate change is that because of the fact that climate change is an easy topic and you could understand it. However, we can also discuss about the Syrian conflict and all those issues. For instance, if there is a climate change, you can give a solution about that how more carbon filters could be used, implementation on how to prevent deforestation, and all those kinds of solutions. Other than that, the thing that I've experienced is that you're representing your country and you should refrain from speaking the word I, because it's the thing that the chairs hit the most. Because you're not representing yourself. Like for instance, I'm the delegate of Pakistan. I'm not representing myself. I would never say that I would like to say. However, I would say that. In fact, I would say that we, the delegate of Pakistan, we, the ambassador of Pakistan, we from the deputation of Pakistan. Just please refrain from using the word I. Other than that, we would also be discussing all those things, that how a modern nation conference works in upcoming videos. But for a brief interview for now, introduction for now is that all the conferences in the world work according to the biggest MUNs, and the biggest MUN in world till now is the Harvard Modern United Nations, and it produces its own volume report every year on rules of procedures, and every modern United Nations conference either follows those rules of procedures, or they have made their own rules of procedures, which would be discussed in further videos. And that's it for what is the modern United Nations conference. I hope you liked the video. Please like the video. Please put a comment that how was my video, and please share the video to spread the word. Thank you so much.